Larry, it's early going, but it looks at this point like it's entirely possible we'll have a choice between President Biden on the one hand, former President Trump on the other. Give us your sense from what we've seen so far about these two people and what they would embrace as economic policies, what difference it could mean for our economy.
This is probably the most consequential presidential election since the Second World War. I think you have a broad sense of what President Biden would support because you've observed what he has done. His has been a Keynesian approach to economic management. He has felt that one needs to put very substantial emphasis on market failures, particularly in areas relating to the environment and climate change. And in the long democratic tradition, he has worked to do things to support those who have been left behind. He has focused on supporting what he regards as particularly salient job-creating industries in manufacturing. He has focused on broadening U.S. alliances and increasing the number and extent and depth of a variety of alliances because he has seen very substantial geopolitical risks. It's an approach I'm broadly supportive of. I think there have been excesses on industrial policy, excesses on protectionism. There has been what I thought was a costly misjudgment in the extent of the initial fiscal stimulus. But broadly, President Biden has supported what I think is a sound activist approach to economic policy. President Trump showed us what he was made of during his 4 years in office, and even more clearly has showed us what his intentions are without the superstructure of restraint that surrounded him during his first term. He has indicated support for removal of all kinds of legal restraints on the power of the presidency. He has spoken of being dictator for a day. He has spoken of severing traditional alliances with the rest of the world, of undercutting long-standing American approaches to international trade, to economic regulation, to much else. He has given substantial evidence. We saw more of it in revelations yesterday, that the presidency itself may be for sale, with rewards coming to those who invest heavily in ways that reward his own personal property holdings. I think all of this is very threatening to the American economy, in the same way that populism, while it sometimes yields temporary and initial economic benefits, it did for Mussolini, it did for Perón in Argentina, ultimately brings a great deal crashing down around it. And so I am very worried that we will be a very different country that cannot rely on the rule of law and take it for granted as we traditionally have. if we experience a second Trump administration.